Top 10 Most Hated WWE Women Wrestlers of All Time. Not every WWE superstar earns the love of fans. Some female wrestlers have become infamous not because they lack skill, but because their characters, actions, or booking made them downright despised. Whether it was real-life controversy or just playing the perfect villain, these women became magnets for heat. Let's dive into the top 10 most hated WWE women wrestlers of all time. The ones fans booed louder than anyone else. 1. Eva Marie. Eva Marie's WWE run is a textbook case of beauty over wrestling ability. From the start, fans were frustrated with her lack of in-ring skill. She botched moves, rarely wrestled, and was constantly featured in major storylines, despite never earning credibility in the ring. WWE pushed her as a star, but the fans never got behind her. Even her 2021 return sparked immediate backlash. She used gimmicks like wardrobe malfunctions to avoid matches, making fans feel like they were being trolled. Eva's heat was so strong it almost became her character's entire point, but the boos were real. Despite her striking look and marketing appeal, she became one of the most hated women in WWE history, simply for being overexposed and underqualified. 2. Nia Jax. Nia Jax's reputation for being unsafe in the ring earned her heavy criticism. Despite being part of the legendary Anoa'i family, fans were never sold on her skills. Her stiff, uncoordinated style led to several injuries, including the infamous punch that broke Becky Lynch's nose in 2018, which ironically helped launch Becky's rise. But that wasn't the only incident. Her matches with Kairi Sane and Charlotte Flair also raised red flags. Fans felt WWE was protecting her despite her issues, leading to resentment. Her "I'm not like most girls" gimmick never truly resonated, and her sporadic title runs only made fans question WWE's priorities. While her imposing presence gave her potential, her failure to evolve, and a perceived arrogance, solidified her place among the most hated. 3. Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is one of the most decorated women in wrestling history, but she's also one of the most polarizing. While her talent is undeniable, many fans feel WWE forces her down their throats. With 14 title reigns and counting, Charlotte is often accused of overshadowing other stars who are more organically over. Her push sometimes feels less about merit and more about her being Ric Flair's daughter. Whenever she takes a break and returns, she's immediately thrust into the spotlight, causing fan fatigue. Her dominance has led to boos not just for her character, but for WWE's decision-making. Charlotte doesn't shy away from the hate, and often uses it in her promos. But it's clear that a section of the WWE Universe is just tired of seeing her on top. 4. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey came into WWE with mainstream stardom and a UFC legacy, but her transition into wrestling wasn't smooth. Initially cheered, her attitude toward fans and the business quickly soured. Ronda often mocked wrestling as fake, and her arrogance rubbed fans the wrong way. She didn't respect the craft, and it showed. Her first WWE run had great matches, but her promos were often awkward and forced. Her second stint was even worse, with lackluster feuds and a clear disinterest in the product. Fans went from excited to indifferent, then hostile. Ronda's refusal to sell properly, her disregard for wrestling etiquette, and her entitled demeanor led to an overwhelming amount of boos. She may have brought attention to WWE, but she also brought resentment. 5. Oksana. Oksana might not have had the long career some others did, but she still left a negative impression. Her in-ring work was criticized as clumsy and dangerous. One of the most infamous moments was when she injured Naomi with a careless knee drop to the eye socket, which led to serious damage. Fans saw her as underprepared and undeserving of her spot on the roster. She lacked charisma, her promos were flat, and her character had no clear identity. WWE often paired her with more popular stars to hide her flaws, but it wasn't enough. She became a symbol of the Divas era style push, where looks mattered more than skill. Fans never accepted her, and her departure wasn't met with much protest. Oksana's career may be forgotten by some, but for others, she's a prime example of wasted potential and questionable booking. 6. Michelle McCool. Michelle McCool's in-ring ability is often overshadowed by accusations of backstage favoritism. As The Undertaker's wife, rumors spread that she received special treatment, including title reigns and spotlight moments over more deserving wrestlers. Her lay cool gimmick, though entertaining at times, made her seem arrogant and dismissive of others. She was involved in burying talent like Mickie James through cruel storylines that didn't sit well with fans. Despite being a solid worker, the perception that she was pushed beyond her worth created deep resentment. Fans began to associate her success more with who she was married to than her own merit. Even today, when she makes surprise returns, the reaction is often mixed, proof that her legacy is still viewed through a controversial lens. 7. Stephanie McMahon character. As an on-screen authority figure, Stephanie McMahon was designed to be hated, and she played the role to perfection. She often berated superstars, cut them off mid-promo, and rarely got what fans felt was her comeuppance. Unlike male authority figures like Vince or Triple H, who would occasionally take bumps, Stephanie often avoided consequences while emasculating top stars. Whether it was slapping wrestlers without retaliation or inserting herself into major feuds, her power-hungry character became a source of frustration. She was the embodiment of corporate control and favoritism, and fans resented her for it. Though not a full-time wrestler, she had a massive presence, one that overshadowed actual female wrestlers during the peak of her authority storyline. Even if the heat was scripted, the dislike she earned felt very real. 8. Lana. Lana's WWE journey started strong as Rusev's manager, but things fell apart when she transitioned to wrestling. Her matches were awkward, and fans didn't buy her as a credible in-ring performer. The final nail in the coffin was the bizarre 2019 love triangle storyline, involving Bobby Lashley and her wedding angle. The promos were cringeworthy, and the segments felt like they were pulled from a bad soap opera. Fans booed not just because she was a heel, but because the writing and execution were so poor. She became a joke in the women's division, often losing matches or being put through tables repeatedly. Despite her clear effort to improve, the backlash never fully died down. Lana was proof that sometimes, no matter how hard you try, bad creative can ruin your image with fans forever. 9. Tamina. Tamina Snuka has been in WWE for over a decade, yet she's never truly connected with the fans. Despite her powerful look and lineage, being the daughter of Jimmy Snuka, Tamina never evolved much as a performer. Her promos were forgettable, and her in-ring work often lacked fluidity or excitement. WWE continued to give her pushes, title opportunities, and even a short tag team championship run, but the audience never fully backed her. Many felt she was just there to fill space in multi-woman matches. Her lack of character development made her feel stale, and when she was finally given screen time, the reactions were lukewarm at best. She's respected for her loyalty to the company, but in terms of popularity, Tamina remains one of the most underwhelming female superstars of her era. 10. Sable. Sable was a trailblazer during the Attitude Era, but she was also incredibly controversial. While she was massively popular for her looks and sex appeal, backstage she gained a reputation for being difficult to work with. She sued WWE for $110 million, citing sexual harassment and unsafe working conditions. She also refused to work with certain talent, unless she had control over the match outcome. Despite her fan base, her ego and refusal to help elevate others turned many of her peers against her. Her departure left a bitter taste, and when she returned in the early 2000s, the magic was gone. While she helped shape the Diva era, Sable's legacy is marred by accusations of selfishness and backstage drama, making her one of the most disliked female figures behind the scenes. These women made history, but not always for the right reasons. Whether it was their character work, backstage politics, or botches in the ring, they became lightning rods for heat. In wrestling, being hated isn't always bad. It means you're getting a reaction. Did we miss anyone you think deserves to be on the list? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wrestling countdowns.